Myself, Robby Naish, and Michi Schweiger went to a little place down in Indonesia, Lake Peak on Sumbawa, and we just basically went for an everything trip. It's one of the first times I've ever seen or heard anybody go and just bring out everything. We loaded up windsurfing stuff, surfboards, stand-ups, paddle boards, kite stuff, and just went for whatever the conditions allowed us to do. It really worked out to our advantage. It was a lot of gear to carry halfway across the world, but definitely put them all to use. It's basically a long ways away on a very desert-like spot, but the spot itself has 4 waves. There's Lakey Pipe, Lakey Peak, Nungas, and periscopes, and all just really good waves. And if it's good, you go out, and if it's not, there's no wondering, maybe a mile down the road it's better, but it's just basically look straight in front of the place, what's it best to do, and go do it. And luckily we had the options of doing everything, so always had something to do.
Struggle, try to stop it, dance but with my empty pocket. Get fight it, I won't take it on my own until I make it. No support in family sort, no credit for my school report. Not a bond for institution, system ain't got no solution. 3 months up in Kuala, while here was streets and still not bound. Smoking pot in India, that left him in Cambodia. Now my friend is in a game. You say it's crazy, I say praise. Smarter than his mom and dad. He's on the streets and mom is proud. Mom is proud. Mom is proud. Mom is proud. Oh, running with our destiny.
Kiting in Indo is I just love it just because the wave, Lakey Pipe, is one of the few waves in the world for kite surfing that you can line up and pull into a consistently breaking barrel with your kite and have your line straight out of the barrel, which is just completely rare for kite surfing. It just makes it so much fun, and it's a short wave. They might not be the longest barrels in the world, but you can get in, cover up, and kick out and be pretty much on the next wave, if not the wave one after, getting barreled again. So it's just a little conveyor belt. You just keep getting whatever you want.
Our slaves are right, we're afraid, we're running from our destiny. Got fired from his job today, still sleeping in the back alley. Chew him up and spit him out, still trying just to fight it out. Adults no jobs discriminated, now we'll be compensated. Hard to keep the moral, I was smart at work, but it's a lie. It's a
the windsurfing conditions are really good. I mean, what makes it really good for kiting makes it really good for windsurfing too. It's a side offshore wind, the wave stays really smooth, and it peels off this little reef point, and even with the wind, the water is just smooth. It's surfing quality, and it just makes for excellent kiting and windsurfing. A lot of good days of basically stand-up paddling. This year there wasn't a decent sized surf, and we were stuck with 2 weeks of a lot of head-high surf. And I wasn't that big in the stand-up paddling before, but I definitely put the time in and kind of paid my dues, but had a lot of fun and learned how to do it. don't regret it. Actually come back to Oahu now and find myself doing it a lot more. Stand-up paddling is great. It's so much fun. It just turns waves that you almost wouldn't get out of bed for, and you just have a lot of blast, you know? You're on these big boards and it's just new, it's exciting, it's difficult. And at the same time, it's learning something new. It's familiar, but it's new and puts the challenge into something you already know again. And at the same time, it's hard kind of going backwards and having to learn how to surf again, you know? You go from one session of riding a 6.0 to the next riding a 10.2 or 10.6. And it's just having to learn how to walk a board, and not only from nose to tail, but side to side, rail to rail. They're just, it's fun, but hard. I'll give it that. Robby's one of the best guys I've seen with it too. The way he can, you know, he's been riding an 11-foot board since he was 13 years old or whatever. Definitely knows how to walk and maneuver a board of that size. And you definitely see his windsurfing background in it at the same time. You see his bottom turns and he kind of looks like he's holding a boom, but at the same time he's ripping, so it definitely works for him, that's for sure. He's got a unique style. The whole trip in general is just so much fun. You know, not only the people you're with, which is just great fun, but being able to live like a king with people just waiting on you hand and foot, not having to do anything, point to something on a menu, 5 minutes later you got somebody bringing you your food poolside and just for pennies on the dot. It's just a lot of fun, you know? Makes people like myself feel like I've got something. Got a few extra zeros in the bank.